Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to announce that Smooth Sack Summer is officially upon us. When you're playing in the summer sun, make sure you're groomed from the pubes to bum. Thanks to our friends at Manscaped, you can make this season your smoothest yet. The Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is the ultimate bundle to keep your boys downstairs cool while looking hot. Join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Get 20% off and free shipping when you go to manscaped.com and use code THPN. Summertime and the trimming is easy. Inside this package, you'll find the star of the show, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Their 5th generation trimmer features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 5.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code THPN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code THPN at manscaped.com. It's Smooth Sack Summer, boys. Get on board or get left behind.
Let's go!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Brew Jackets, a fun Blue Jackets themed podcast. My name is Kevin. Joining me tonight, we have my guy, Hefty Duck, my guy, Owen, my guy, the man of truth, my guy, Josh Passfield, and welcome back to the show, my guy, the outstanding, the wonderful, the legendary Diamond Dog champion, Harry. On tonight's show, got a lot of stuff going on in the Blue Jackets world. Pascal Vincent, no longer the coach for the Blue Jackets. He's been fired. What does that mean for the Blue Jackets? We'll talk about that. Yegor Chinakhov wants a new contract with the Blue Jackets. We'll talk about that. 97.1 The Fan made an absolutely idiotic tweet on Twitter, and they got ripped for it, and rightly so. What did they say? We'll talk about that. And we're continuing our series of some of our favorite goals that the Blue Jackets have scored from this past season. All that and so much more on today's show. Welcome to the show, everyone.
Hell yeah. Welcome in, y'all. Thanks for being here.
Hola.
Big shout out to our audio listeners. But if you are a YouTube or Twitter watcher, you can come here and leave comments like this. Taylor L is shouting out the Diamond Dog champ, Harry himself.
Oh, brother.
Also, he asked, when will the schedule for the Blue Jackets be released? Well, we can ask Ian here if he knows any information, because I don't. I know the preseason schedule was released recently. What's up, Ian? This is Ian Phillips from tell him where you're right from and stuff.
Well, I mean, I haven't been on here for a while. It's been a minute, but I write for CBus Sports and Ohio Hockey Digest, and I don't know. The schedule is usually released in July, so I mean, it might change, it might not. Yeah, we'll see. They always release like opening night and stuff before.
Right. But yeah, Ian, you were one of the people that were at the Don Waddell press conference. So, from your perspective, what was that like?
It was good. It was meeting him was. Oh, hold on, I'm dog sitting this dog, and he just opened the door by himself.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So going to the press conferences, I was at the Don Waddell one, and then we got another one tomorrow morning. which I'm not sure what he's going to announce. But the first one was good. I got to talk to him one-on-one a little bit, which was nice. I got to talk to JD for a little bit. So it's always very helpful with the media to get to meet the guys, right after they're hired.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I couldn't make it down myself, but that's pretty cool. So, do you have any ideas about a schedule?
I
Or
got no
when it's
clue.
going
I
to be
mean,
released?
I'm just hoping they put it together this year and make a little push. I mean, I think cleaning the house is I don't know if it's fair, but it's the right move. I'd say, from my perspective, I think Pascal's done a good job with the cards he was dealt. But yeah, I mean, I don't really see it going any other way.
Right. No, I get that. It's like it's no hard feelings with anyone. They came here, they did their job. It's just there's a new boss in town, and he's got a different vision in mind than what was going on. So can't blame him for that. For sure.
Yeah, well,
I
that's what they
totally get
wanted.
that.
Bring new guys in, get a little bit of a fresh kind of look on everything after stuff wasn't working out the past few years. So, yeah. He's doing what they hired him to do.
Were you surprised Pascal Vincent got fired?
No, honestly, I expected them to do it a little bit sooner, but no, I'm not surprised. I feel like it's kind of the move that a lot of people saw coming, even if it wasn't seen as fair. But no, I mean, were you surprised, Lance?
No.
Yeah.
We had even either we had talked about it here sometime when we were chatting in Discord or something about how, I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised for them to kept him on because of the contract.
Yeah.
But also, I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't a good season. I don't know. Just if you want to change the culture of the locker room, you got to change it. If you're not going to change you can't change all the players. So, but you can change who's leading that, who's in charge, and how it's going. I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, exactly like you said, you can't. There are no overnight fixes with culture. You just make subtle changes to who's running everything, and you hope for the best, and you hope the players kind of take that lead, and the leaders on that team, the older veterans. I'd like to see somebody come in, coaching wise, that can bring the team together, get them to buy in a little bit. Because I feel like we saw that closer to the end of the season. A few players start to buy in, the team starts to come together a little bit. But for a team to make a playoff push, there needs to be that consistency and that happening all season. And we didn't see that with Pazzi. We didn't see that buy-in the entire season.
Too little, too late.
Yeah, exactly. There was that 12-game losing streak that I think it was 12 games that
Nine.
really nine. Yeah, the 9-game losing streak that really threw a wrench in the season. And I mean, I hope there's that guy that builds the consistency with winning and buying in. I think Bogues did a great job with the Monsters. Trent Vogel.
Oh, I know, right?
Like, watching that team, there was no quit in that team, especially like the third periods were so outrageously bad for Columbus. Seeing that team like pull together in third periods was astonishing and something that I really enjoyed seeing.
Right. No, I agree with what you're saying there, Ian. And my opinions on the whole Pascal Vincent thing. If he went, I was okay with it. If he stayed, I was okay with it. It didn't start out the greatest, but the team got better as the season went along. Compared to under Brad Larson, the team was more competitive, more fun to watch. There was more improvement. They did get more wins, more points. Players did take steps in the right direction in terms of development and all that sort of stuff. I personally don't like how the Blue Jackets kind of did them dirty by throwing them to the Wolves like they did and not really giving them any time to prepare for training camp or the season like that. And if they made the decision to keep him, I would have been okay with that, and I would have liked to seen what he could have done with the full off season to prepare as a coach and implement his plans for training camp in the season and all that other stuff. But again, I understand it. If Don Waddell feels the need to make a move, then you need to make a move. And exciting times for the Blue Jackets, and I'm interested to see how this goes and who he picks to be the next coach.
Oh, hey Ian, how long got you here for?
I will be here. I got a adult league hockey game tonight, so I
Okay,
probably got another 5-10 minutes, I'd say.
cool.
Perfect.
That's what I was just curious. I mean, we were
Yeah,
kind
just
of been
drop it.
focusing on you because I figured you didn't have quite all night, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So, there's been the news is just never ending
Oh,
in this off season. It's been crazy. We knew it was going to be kind of nuts because Don Waddell was hired in. We knew there was a new GM coming in. We didn't know there was going to be a new coach for sure. Then we get this revelation, this breakthrough about Patrick Laine wanted to trade out like before he went into the NHLPA.
Yeah.
I mean, with
Um,
having a new coach, the new GM, do you think it's possible that he could change his mind?
so that's an interesting situation. So we'll have to the best of my knowledge, we'll have to pull out of the NHLPA program before he's traded.
Yeah.
Because a player cannot be traded in that program. And if he wants to trade, the Blue Jackets are going to grant him that. He's a good player. He's proven himself to be a good player. He hasn't proven himself to be consistent yet, which he does have rough circumstances being in Columbus. I feel for the guy. I think he is a really good guy. Like, I will say that. I'll say that definitively. He's always treated me with respect. He's always treated members of the media with respect, and most importantly, he's always treated the fans with the utmost respect. Because I said it on my Twitter. He is like, I've seen it countless times where he is the last person. He will sign every single autograph for every kid that wants his signature. He will stay behind and take time out of his day to send every kid home happy, and that really that grabs my respect immediately. So whatever happens to him, I wish him the best. I do see a world where he stays in Columbus, but the chances of that happening are slim to none. Like, it's, and there are a couple places that I see him going. I think Utah is one of them. That's probably
Very
my
well
front
could
runner
be.
for him. I don't know. I mean, there's not really any leverage for the Blue Jackets in terms of trading, since he's already said he's wanted out. So if anybody's expecting a good deal from Laine, you're going to be disappointed with the return. So yeah, that's all that I'm going to say about Laine, but I do wish him the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel that. So just real quick while we got you, Yegor Chinakhov is looking to sign with the Blue Jackets still, from what I understand, and he wants a new contract. Well, there's a couple of them that probably want some new contracts.
Yeah.
There are quite a few pending RFAs, including another as fellow Russian, Kirill Marchenko. So, without delving into it too deep, Yegor Chinakhov, how much and how long?
It's tough with Chinny. I think a bridge deal is going to be what does it, kind of prove it deal, because you got all these players that are RFAs or UFAs. You only got $23 million in cap space.
Only.
$23 million. It seems like a lot of money, but like, you get 2 or 3 big contracts out of the way, and suddenly you're not working with a lot. So,
Right.
I would say there are definitely some higher priorities, but all the RFAs that I can think of right now, they all deserve contracts. And unfortunately, in this business, they're not all going to get one. And the Jags are going to be they're going to have to be okay with letting a player or two go that they really like, and that it's probably going to tear it up on some other team. And Chinakhov is I hope that he's one of the ones that stays in Columbus, because what I've seen from him is he has an elite shot. He's got his skating is better than average in the NHL. He's fast and the IQ is really coming along. He's learning how to play in the NHL, and I think he can really be a 30 goal scorer very soon. You know,
Yeah.
he's got a high ceiling, and I hope he can prove that in Columbus.
Yeah. So, knowing he has that ceiling, and looking at some other contracts from other players like Matthew Olivier, Justin Danforth, they're at 1.1 million till their UFAs next year, and then we have like Sean Corelli like 2.5. So, I mean, would you have a number on? I mean, Yegor Chinakhov, I think, was just making 925 or 950,000 last year, or something like that.
Yeah, he was on his entry level, so it's 925. I'd probably say it's hard without all his numbers in front of me, but I'd probably do 4 million ish for 3 years, and I'd probably second guess that if I had all of his numbers in front of me. But yeah, I'd probably
That's
do a
what,
short
1.2.
shorter term deal for Chinny, just for right now, just because he hasn't had that consistency and he's fought a couple of injuries and
He needs
it's
that
tough.
breakout season. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs one breakout season to really prove that he's worth the money that he probably wants.
Yeah. You got a few minutes? Just like 1 more minute?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, just real quick, yes or no on all the other RFAs, and don't worry about like money or anything. Kirill Marchenko, yes or no?
Yes, of course. Chinny or Marchenko, yeah, of course.
Alexander Nylander, yes or no?
Yeah, I think he's proved it. He had a really great couple games with the Blue Jackets. He's really impressed me.
Yeah. Now we're gonna get a little tougher here. Cole Sillinger.
Cole Sillinger, yeah. He's had a great year on both sides of the puck. I think his defensive game is something that really, it really took a step up this year. I think under Pascal Vincent, that's probably some of the highlights of Pascal Vincent's tenure with the Blue Jackets is his impact on Cole Sillinger. So I'd say, and just a warning, I'm probably going to say yes for all the other ones, even though
I know. So Alexandre Texier.
I mean, I would like to keep him, but it's a harder sell for him. He's a player that'll strive or not. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Thrive. He's going to thrive overseas, but in Columbus, I just don't know if it's there. So I'd say yes. I would like to see him do well on a 1-year deal, but I don't see the chances of that happening being very high.
Yeah, I feel that. We got like kind of 2 more. Jake Bean, yes or no?
Jake Bean
at his same contract as last year, which was like 1 point.
I think Jake Bean did a great job for the Blue Jackets being in a rebuilding state. I think he kind of held down the fort on D, but I don't think there's going to be enough room for him with Matejchuk and Juracek coming up hopefully next year. Disposals in the system as well. I think they all looked fantastic in Cleveland from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And, I think the job that Jake Bean has done, he did a good job, but I just don't see any room for him.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that as well. Well, we got to get around to some of these people here too. I do want to ask you one more thing here, but if you got to go, I understand.
I should be good for a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Right.
So, all right, let's real quick talk a little bit about the coach. We talked about it already, but so as far as what the Blue Jackets are going to be looking for, and we were kind of discussing this a little bit before the show. If you remember, John Davidson said that when they were looking for a new general manager, they're looking for someone with experience, someone who's been there, someone to take them to the next level. and I personally think that they found a good candidate with Waddell. But you think that kind of mindset is going to stay the same for a coach? Because
I
it's not
think,
JD hiring him now.
yeah. So I don't think it's going to be kind of the same requirement. I think like they probably will look for more experience, but if the right guy comes along and he doesn't happen to be that experienced, or he doesn't have the Stanley Cup rings quite yet, I see them taking a chance on him because I see guys like Gerard Gallant being in the
Yeah,
mix, even though that's not my pick, but I see them they passed up on him when they made the last couple hires, and I see him being in the mix. That's the only name that really comes to mind right now. I mean, Vogues, as I mentioned, I don't think he's quite ready for an NHL job yet, but I could see them bringing him
right.
on as an assistant if they
Oh
decide to
yeah,
let go of their assistant
I'd love to
coaches.
see it.
Um, I think my hope is that Vogelhuber will be taken on as an assistant, and then he will be the next head coach after a few years. Uh, just because of what I saw from him in Cleveland. But yeah, I mean, I'm not too familiar with some of the coaches that are out there right now, so I guess we'll see. And if a coach gets fired um, over the summer, that could always be another opportunity for the Jackets. So you never know
They've
what's
been
going to
getting
happen.
picked up quick.
Yeah, they
I mean,
have.
what Sheldon O'Keefe was just
Yeah,
hired.
Sheldon Keefe the Devils got him.
Took him like a week. We got a comment here from YouTube. Dirtman, what's up, Dirtman? He says W podcast. Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate you tuning in.
So
It's a good time to remind you to like and subscribe everywhere.
that's right. That's right. So Harry is not going to be able to do the entire show with us. So before he gets
Oh,
out here, I'd like to have him share his thoughts about Pascal Vincent or anything else involving the Blue Jackets.
And any coaches you might suggest?
No.
I don't have any coaching suggestions. I did think I saw something that Waddell did mention they'd like somebody with some NHL coaching experience in here. I'm with Kevin. It would have been nice if Pascal could have got another year, another chance with full off season, but I'm not shocked. You bring Waddell in, he's going to bring his own people in. He wants to start his own regime, have his own culture. So I'm not shocked. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about the changes, but I do kind of wish Pascal did get one more year.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you.
Fair. That's fair.
All right, I got to head out, guys. I will
Yep.
see you guys later. Thanks for having me
Okay.
on.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
being here, Ian. We'll catch you later, man. Cool.
So,
So I mean, off the
Yeah.
top of the dome, you got anyone out there who picks your interest? I mean, I've seen some rumors like Sergei Fedorov, someone like Gerard Gallant. No one?
Gerard Gallant, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, he was here before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of bringing someone back that's already been head coach. With other teams I follow, I hate the retreads when somebody leaves, then you bring them back. But I mean, as of right now, that's interesting. At least I'll give it that. I don't know about Sergei Fedorov though. I'm not sure about that one. As long as it's not Adam Foote.
That's fair. We got a
W
foot hater
statement.
over here.
Also an Adam Foote hater.
Yes.
Dirtman, thanks. I appreciate it. That's not me.
Lance is
That's
number
not
one.
me. No,
Dirtman.
that's a
Lance
friend
is,
of
yeah,
mine.
I'm about to say Lance's burner here.
No. So, Owen, let's get you in here. Just your overall thoughts, Pascal Vincent and Yegor Chinakhov, or anything else you want to share about the Blue Jackets.
I mean, the Pascal Vincent firing, I saw it. I saw it happening. And just like everybody has said, Waddell came in here. He's going to bring in his own guys, his own regime. And I think that's what the fans need. The fans needed like a new culture, a new identity for the team. And I think that starts with the firing, starts with a new coach, starts with a fresh off season, maybe sign some guys, maybe trade some guys. because I think there's going to be some new faces. I don't think the team's going to look the same start this season.
Now, what did Waddell say? There's could be like half a dozen new faces, something.
Yeah.
There's an interesting way to phrase that too. Half a dozen or so.
Half a dozen.
6.
6.
Oh shoot.
So, the man
go
of
ahead.
truth. The man of truth. Do you have anything to say in regards to Pascal Vincent or anything else with the Blue Jackets?
I mean, I feel like he didn't really get that fair shot considering he just kind of, hey, Pascal, we need a coach. Get in there. I feel like that was the situation. But I feel like, again, there's new upper management. So you gotta do what you gotta do to make the team better. But I wouldn't know.
No. So, Josh, you've been a good sporter. You've been sitting here for a bit, so I want to get you in here and share any comments you may have.
Yeah, I would definitely give him one more year to definitely see what he's got with the full off season. But yeah, I understand the move also. But yeah, I think I would let him in for one more year and give him a whole year, all off season to get his system right and get everything going. But it's a business. You gotta move on. So that's it.
That's perfectly fair. Well said there, Josh. Perfectly fair.
So yeah, we could go back and retread this question a little bit too about Patrick Laine. I'd be curious. I mean, so he's not played a lot of games and seasons here while he's been in Columbus. So I mean, Harry, what are you thinking about this? Are you surprised?
No.
You
No,
want
I am not
what kind of
shocked in the least.
return? You think
I'm
he
not
might
shocked
get?
in the least he wants out.
Yeah.
I am shocked. I am a little disheartened that now we have no leverage, unfortunately, when we do trade him. It's a very tenuous situation with him being in the player program. So there's not a lot you really can say. You just hope that whatever issue he's dealing with, that he gets past it, he gets healthy, he gets right. But it really puts the Blue Jackets in a very, very tough situation. And I hate that. But Patrick, though, as Ian said earlier, he's been great. I guess, just kind of to tie it in personally, the agency I work for, the Open Shelter, they have he and Enterprise donated money to us after he scored a hat trick. They had a program.
Yeah.
So he selected us. So I have to always be thankful to Patrick Laine for that. But
That's awesome.
it is, but it's a real tough situation that he's kind of put the team in, and I kind of hate that.
Yeah.
But I wish him well.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope he can be healthy mentally and get back to the NHL and physically too. I mean, we saw recent surgery and stuff. So
Yeah. But now everything you said is absolutely correct there, Harry. I agree with you there. Best of luck to you, Patrick Laine. Hope you feel better and fix your mental health issues and just go from there and live a good life. But from just a Blue Jacket standpoint, unfortunately for the Blue Jackets, that makes it hard for the Blue Jackets. They don't have as much leverage as they used to. And then that contract that he has, it's expensive. It's $8.7 million. That's going to make it even harder finding a team that's going to want to take that
Blue
contract.
Jackets are going to have to eat a lot of that contract, unfortunately.
Right. The Blue Jackets are probably going to have to eat some of that contract. So there's that. And then, again, like I don't begrudge someone for getting help, and it's good that he's using the mental health program that's available there. But I guess for me personally, it's kind of somewhat hard for me to accept when you say, okay, I don't want to be here, please trade me, and then the Blue Jackets, all right, we can help you with that, and then you go into the mental health program, and then that basically stops all trades right there, because now the Blue Jackets can't do anything as long as he's in that program. Patrick Laine can't talk to the Blue Jackets can't talk to Patrick Laine. So But again, I'm glad you're getting the help, but unfortunately, because of this whole situation, it's unfortunately made it hard for the Blue Jackets. I have no doubts that Don Waddell's going to find the way to get it done, but it's just going to be hard.
I don't think you can blame Line though.
No, I'm not. I'm
No.
Like if I'm not saying you are, I'm saying if any fan like blames Line for wanting a fresh start, then they're kind of idiots. Because
Okay, have you been paying attention?
Yeah, that's true.
he produced. He didn't like play
He
like
was
shit.
good.
He was a good player. He was just hurt all the time. He's just
Mhm.
been stuck with the injury bug. And then now with the mental health, he's he's just got to overcome it and come back, whether it be with Columbus or somewhere else, most likely somewhere else.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
But
Yeah,
that,
because even with the new front office, he's still got to come back to the same players, and maybe things got this would be tough.
but
I
Yeah.
I do think that it is a that most likely he's out of here. But I also do think it is a possibility where maybe the Blue Jackets try and trade him, and not through a lack of effort, and then they go to him and say, "Well, sorry, we tried to trade you, it just wasn't working out. So you may just have to play your way and earn your play better and increase your value, and then get traded that way." I generally speaking, I think that's a very low possibility, but I think it is a possibility that it could happen that way. But in my opinion, it's most likely that Patrick Laine is done with the Blue Jackets, and if that's truly the case, I say thanks for everything, Patrick Laine. You were a fun player to watch for the Blue Jackets.
He was great.
Best way to
Oh, yeah.
get him to a new team would be a package deal. So that way we
Right.
don't have to eat as much contract. But that's the only way I see it happening.
Yeah.
We'd have to give up a player that's ready to go.
Yeah, and there's like some other the contracts that could be on the move too with that. Like, sweeten the deal with maybe even like someone off the Monsters. It doesn't have to be like a huge thing. Yeah, if everyone's kind of ready to move on, I can do the ad read here unless anyone's got something to say.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to jump off, and I hate to do that, but like the guy go to the meeting. Hey, real quick though, I do want to after it's over, I want to see everyone's opinion on the 97.1 thing. I don't know if you guys are going to touch on that, but
Oh, we will.
that
No.
Twitter question and social media question they put out. And I know and I'll leave with this. There are people there. There are people at 97.1 The Fan that do love the Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
Anthony Rothman is a huge Blue Jacket fan. Mark the Sharp Howe, who's on in the mornings, he's a big Blue Jacket fan. So there are people at the station who love the Blue Jackets, and obviously they're the flagship. But to throw that social media question out about, I forget what the last option was. When does Buckeye season start?
Yeah.
That was a low blow and uncalled for. And I'll leave it with that. And I can't wait to hear your guys' responses later. But thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
appreciate
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you for coming on, Harry. Has to come back sometime.
Go
Thank
Jackets.
you, Harry. That's right.
Hell yeah, brother. Dope. Man, I always love when Harry comes on. Diamond Dog Champion, as Kevin calls him, right?
That's right.
As many people might call him.
That's right.
I like to call him that too.
That's right. Right there. On the screen, the Diamond Dog champion. Harry.
Hell yeah. So, we got our normal ad read here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. For those of you who tuned in at the beginning, you heard and saw our new little logo in the corner from Manscaped. So this one's gonna be from DraftKings. So you don't gotta hear about shaving balls anymore. Anyway, the chase for the Stanley Cup continues, and the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, is just as hot as it is on the ice. The same game parlays, live betting, odds boosts, and so much more. Don't miss out as the Stanley Cup playoffs wind down. So some odds for that I had. Looks like so this is going to be Friday game because they gave them a 2-day travel. Anyway, puck line. Florida Panthers are a plus 1.5, and then Edmonton Oilers are a minus 1.5. That gives the Panthers a minus 258 and the Oilers 210. On money line, Panthers are plus 102, and the Edmonton Oilers are minus 122. Absolutely not betting advice in any possible way, but the Oilers all do have a little momentum right now. That's kind of crazy that they were able to pull out both those wins. Anyway, if you're new to DraftKings, you gotta check this out. New customers bet $5 and get 150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code THPN. That's code THPN for new customers to get 150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction. Vote in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.co/ice for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Copyright NHL 2024. All rights reserved. Sorry if you heard me taking like massive breaths while reading that, because it's a mouthful.
Yeah. And like we always do on the show, from a betting perspective right now, in the state of Ohio, you can bet on Reds games. You can bet on Guardians games. The Crew are there, FC Cincinnati, and that's basically it for now. And it's going to be like that for a bit until, like the Bengals and the Browns and like Ohio State and like eventually the Blue Jackets and Cavs come back. But for now, it's only the Reds, Guardians, the Crew, and FC Cincinnati in terms of Ohio betting or Ohio sports.
I ain't waiting for the football teams.
I mean, Guards have been doing amazing this year. Huge fan, obviously. Playing the Mariners, like they're just about to start after the game last night. I don't know. I'd probably be a little. I probably wouldn't bet on tonight's game, is what I'm saying. So, yeah. So, today's fan poll at 97.1thefan.com. So it's actually 97.1. There's no point in there. That'd be weird. How do you feel about the Pascal Vincent firing? 53.7% said it's about time. 11.4% says wish he'd get one more year. 34.9% say when do the Buckeyes play? With 779 votes, final results out of 46,700 views.
Now, the thing about this is that
with 7 likes.
Yeah. So the thing is about this, first things first, like 97.1 The Fan, what are you doing? This is absolutely stupid and idiotic. You are the official radio station of the Blue Jackets. You need to shut your mouth and don't say anything like this. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Also, this comment about Ohio State, when the Buckeyes play, derp, derp, that is totally unacceptable. You do not need to be taking a shot at the Blue Jackets like that. You just don't. That had nothing to do with the poll. The poll is about Pascal Vincent and the Blue Jackets. You don't need to shove Ohio State in there where it belongs. You just don't. That is unacceptable. And another thing that doesn't help you, 97.1 The Fan, is that generally speaking, your coverage of the Blue Jackets is average at best.
It's fucking trash.
It is. No, you're right though, Owen. You know, me saying average at best is me being nice. But
I just listen online because, like, to me, there's just no other way.
Right. So
what's the point?
So it doesn't help the fact that generally speaking, it's average at best, and generally speaking, you really don't pay attention to the Blue Jackets, and you are just a one big Ohio State butt kisser. That's all you do. And there's nothing wrong with liking Ohio State. I like Ohio State. We all, generally speaking, outside of Hartsey because he's in Pennsylvania, but everyone else here likes Ohio State. That's not the issue. The issue is you don't need to shove Ohio State into everything. And if you're going to be a station that claims to be the official station of the Blue Jackets, you need to actually pay attention to the Blue Jackets and not just, well, here's a player interview. Here's a coach interview. Here's this. Here's that. Oh, you can listen to games here. Or, you know, hey, Anthony Rothman, God bless you. I love you. You are the gold standard. That's what everyone should be doing on 97.1 The Fan, who actually loves the Blue Jackets, pays attention to them, watches their games, is very knowledgeable. But generally speaking, that's not the case. They're all Ohio State butt kissers. And if you're going to be the official Blue Jackets radio station, you should pay attention to the Blue Jackets and not make idiotic comments like that, because that was uncalled for. You should not take a shot at the Blue Jackets like this. And one last thing I'll say before I'll get to Owen or anyone else that wants to say something about this is that this was not a well-received tweet, because if you look at it, most of the comments on this are not very happy about this and are ripping 97.1 The Fan on this.
Yeah, there's 46.7K views,
just a pointless
7 likes.
a pointless joke that was just not a good shot at the Blue Jackets. So you need to do better, 97.1 The Fan. All right. Owen or anyone else, if you haven't got to say about this.
Yeah,
I got.
I can just say, unless Josh wants to go first.
No, go ahead, buddy.
All right. So you lose all credibility with me when you invite one of the Blue Jackets writers that don't even live in Columbus. You invite Brian Hedger on. Okay, fine, whatever. But to do something like this, to show that you're riding Ohio State like an exercise ball, it's pointless. It's utterly pointless.
Mechanical bull type shit.
It makes you wonder why radio is falling off and becoming a dead media source. Is because it's shit like this, and they can't even keep up good engagements on the tweets. I mean, they're getting ratioed here, big time.
Yeah.
What are you doing, 97.1? You used to be good.
Mm-hmm.
You used to be.
Yeah. So, Josh, anything to say here?
Yeah, I just want to say that it's completely idiotic what they did. It's like, oh, we'll have games there, but we won't talk about you guys. We'll give you very little coverage. We're not going to go above and beyond for you guys. I just feel like it's completely over the top and disrespectful to the Blue Jackets.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey,
Yep.
Kev. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Kev, could you do me a favor and scroll down a few comments there? So
Oh, sure. I got it. Hang on.
there's a poll in the comments that I'd like you to take a look at. It's pretty funny. Oh, we have to go through one by one. Okay, here. I'll just
I got it.
I'll share my screen.
No, I got this. Right here. So first one, it says today's fan at poll 97.1 The Fan. How do you feel about Pascal Vincent's firing? It's about time. Wish he could have gone another year. Ohio State is going to drop 4 in a row to Michigan, aren't they? So there's that. One. Then we have
here. There's just I just wanted to point out one real quick because gotta kind of keep going too.
Can't keep giving 97.1 any more exposure.
I know, right? Here. Okay, so Joel 110 at Bobcat 110. Which hashtag CBJ media affiliate is trashier? And then he has Bally's 36.4% or 92.1 The Fan at 63.6% with 77 votes. That's actually quite a few votes. I was just I thought it was a little bit funny. I mean, look, I gotta say too, as like someone who's in the media, like I'm not bashing these people themselves. I'm bashing their posts. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I just didn't like this. I didn't like it. It's not that I'm not a Buckeyes fan. I mean, if I said I wasn't, I'd be a dead man, I'm sure. But like, I'm much more of a Blue Jackets fan. So it's just whatever. You know, I think before we post sometimes, there's a lot of negativity out there already too. I mean, like what not all attention is good attention. Some people say that. Some people love the controversy of some shit. Like, I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, we speak freely here. Not everyone here agrees. Like, there's definitely some things I don't agree with that have been said. But Y'all have those thoughts. Anyway, we got some comments here. Chubba Hub says we're such a joke. Talking about Blue Jackets. I think no way Ohio State loses again. We're gonna win it all guaranteed. Oh, I don't know if you're trolling or not. I
Well,
think he's trolling.
However,
with
though,
that.
I do keep hearing we're gonna have a good team this year, so we'll see.
yeah, well, Ryan Day's got to knock it off with the softness. Stop throwing the ball like 100 times a game and actually run the ball. Like seriously, you're
Real
getting
quick,
bullied. You're getting bullied by Michigan the last 3 years because you made the team embarrassingly soft that can't handle any physicality, and Michigan just pounds the ball down your throat. And unfortunately, Ohio State loses. So Ryan Day, knock it off with softness, run the ball, get some help in the trenches, and stop passing the ball like 100 times a game.
and for the love of God, can we line up in the I formation and slam it down the throat for a change?
Right.
Please, please,
I don't know
I-
the thing about football. I have no clue what
please.
any of that means.
But
Um,
last thing I'll say about that is I saw this tweet on Twitter yesterday. The last 22 times that Ohio State has played Michigan, the team who's run the ball more and more rushing yards has won. And so clearly that's been Michigan. So unfortunately, that's why they've won the last 3 times.
I agree
Run the
with you,
ball,
Kevin.
Ryan Day. Stop with the softness, please. All right, I'm done talking about Ohio State. Please
Yeah,
beat
we're done. We can go out for hours. We gotta be done.
all right, so
Please beat
we got one more thing
Michigan.
to talk about real quick. So we already covered a lot with Ian and with Harry, but we hadn't talked about it much ourselves here. We were talking about this before the show a bit. As far as candidates for the open head coaching position, it's way too early to tell. Don Waddell's brand new GM. We have, like we talked about with the draft, we don't have any history of his with the Blue Jackets to go off of to know what he's going to do. We do have, and in fact, I believe Rob Brindamore was hired like the same day as Don Waddell in Carolina, and so, but he didn't hire him. So like, this will be his first big assignment. We were talking about some candidates beforehand. I listed a few in an article the other day. Mike Babcock. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. Calm down.
No, please don't.
Damn.
No,
Anyway,
continue.
So there's a couple of people out here. I was talking about some. If they're looking for someone more experienced, some candidates already got took up real quick. So we were talking earlier about Gerard Gallant. He'd be a kind of a retread for the Blue Jackets too. Like he had 2 seasons with them early on in the Blue Jackets life. I joked around, but there's always someone like Bruce Boudreau. I like that guy. I think he's great as an analyst, and if he wants to continue doing that, I'd love to see him on TV more too. And then as messing around, looking at someone like Claude Julien. All these guys are storied in the NHL. What do you guys think? You got any names you want to throw out into the void?
The only thing
Alain Vigneault.
the only thing that I've seen pop up on Twitter more than once, so maybe there's something to it, maybe there's not, but is that Todd Nelson's name has been popped up a lot, only because he's connected to Don Waddell. And of course, Todd Nelson is the guy who's currently coaching the Hershey Bears. And last season, he helped them win the Calder Cup. And this season, he got them back to the Calder Cup again. So that, there's probably something to that. Unfortunately, credit to the Monsters. They were down 3-0. They came back to tie it 3-3 in the series, get it to a Game 7. But unfortunately, they weren't able to get it in the Game 7, but still a good season. Good, hats off to you, Monsters. Good job. But, Todd Nelson is a guy that I've seen connect to the Blue Jackets only because he's got those connections to Don Waddell.
Yeah. He's a player coach as well. Not that he was playing and coaching at the same time, but that he was a player. Many coaches are, not all. And yeah, last year he beat the Coachella Valley Firebirds, which is who they're up against again this year. Right now, the Hershey Bears are down 1-2, so that's something that you have to wait for just a little while yet to even figure out. And I don't think this is going to be a sudden knee jerk reaction to pick somebody. Owen, what do you think?
Well, I can go off the board and say who I want.
Do it. Throw it out there. I think I already
Sergey
ruined it for you.
Fedorov. I mean, if you're not going to get a coach with NHL experience, right? Like if we're going for some guy completely different, he's got 2 Gagarin Cups. He is probably one of the more underrated of the coaching prospects. He's said before he didn't want to coach in the NHL, but I think that may be changing since he doesn't have a job in the KHL.
You're
But
right.
But if I'm my real pick, if I'm really going with someone, it's going to be someone like Claude Julien, someone with NHL experience, someone who's been in the playoffs before, who has faced adversity and has a cup to his name. But then again, there's connections with the coach from Hershey. So it's going to be interesting to see who he brings in, but he's going to be bringing somebody in to coach these guys for more than 3 seasons, in my opinion. He's looking for a long-term guy.
Yeah,
Force.
right. The Blue Jackets have had 5 new coaches in 5 seasons. 2 of those seasons they had Brad Larson, but I'm including Mike Babcock in there because, from what I understand, I mean, there was communication between him and the players. There was
The last
something
14 months.
Yeah.
right, and they're still paying these some of these guys too. I mean, they have contracts.
So, and that's another thing I'd say is that the Blue Jackets and Don Waddell, you got to find a guy to be your coach, and you got to stick with him. You just got to knock it off with this consistent hiring and firing, because that's just not, for stability reasons, that's just not good. And you do bring up a good point, is that when they picked Mike Babcock to coach, the players were talking to him and saying, okay, this is how I want things done. And even Pascal Vincent said this, that entire offseason last summer, Pascal Vincent and the other assistant coaches were working with Mike Babcock on a strategy, on a plan on what they wanted to do for that season, how they wanted to play, offense, defense, and even what they wanted the training camp to look like, and all those sort of things. And all that stuff gets thrown out of whack once Mike Babcock does his idiotic phone shenanigans, and unfortunately puts Pascal Vincent in a bad spot. So they gotta again. I know they made the decision to not have Pascal Vincent, but if they did make the decision to keep him, it would have been good just to have something, stability, continuity there. But I get it; they made the decision to move on with them, and that's okay. But the coach that they have, my opinion, they need to pick him and stay with him, because the Blue Jackets need some sort of stability there. And also from a financial standpoint, they just can't keep pissing away money on all of these coaches, because as of now, you're now paying Mike Babcock, you're now paying Pascal Vincent, you're now paying Brad Larson. At some point, you just got to stop pissing away money, because you're a smaller market team and you just don't have as much money as other teams. So you got to be a little more smart with the money and just find a coach, stick with them, and get some stability in there.
Yeah. I mean, all the different systems. I mean, there's new players. I mean, think about how many systems Cole Sillinger's had to learn. He's 21. Like it is ridiculous. Bees or Josh, you got any any ideas for future coaches or any opinion? Like what might be out there?
I would look at Claude Julien. I think he's the most certified candidate that's out there, because number one, like I said, he has a cup to his name. He knows how to develop players. He knows, So from that standpoint, I would go and bring him in. But yeah, like Kevin said, you guys gotta leave these coaches around for at least 2 or 3 years and let them see what they got. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's what I would do.
I don't know. What about you, Bees? I mean, you guys got the world's greatest coach last year for Philadelphia.
In terms of who they
like
should
it.
hire, I have no idea. So I don't know. Make Stinger the head coach. I don't know, bro.
Dude, let's do
Somebody.
it.
Put him
No.
behind the bench and
I just want one
At least
coach
morale would be good.
to have a neon green suit like Stinger color. That would be lit.
Dude, 1/3 1 year. Ooh, that'd be sick. Just like bright green with like blue trim.
Yeah.
right
Sounds
at
hideous, like in a good way.
God.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, we're getting kind of closer to the end here. So we'll Kev's got some clips here for us.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got some of the best goals from the Blue Jackets season this last year to show. So take it away.
Yes. So like we've been doing the more recent shows here, I just like to pick some goals that I like that the Blue Jackets scored during the 2023-2024 season. And I'm going to show you two clips. One is a Eric Gabranson clip, and the other one is a Kirill Marchenko clip. So the first one that I'm going to show is a Eric Gabranson clip. So here it is. This is the goal scored by Eric Gabranson, and as we've seen with the Blue Jackets, generally speaking, Eric Gabranson is a good defensive defenseman. Doesn't score a lot of goals, but when he does score a goal, it's usually just a one where it's just a slap shot where he puts everything he has into it and just blows it right by the goalie. The goalie has no chance, and this clip is no different. That Eric Gabranson just shoots the puck and just blows it by the Lightning goalie. He had no chance, and this is a goal that the Blue Jackets scored to make it 3-2, and the Blue Jackets would eventually go on to win this game 4-2. So, anyways, here's the goal by Eric Gabranson.
What's up? Oh, hey, you're not added to the stage. You're just playing it.
My bad.
I was kind of wondering what was happening.
I'll back this up. My bad. All right. Okay, here it is.
There we go.
Okay, let's try this again.
Just reaching for it, but could not make the play. Was Adam Fantilli.
You can put on full screen.
Jake Bean. Getting open ice there.
all right, let's see it.
Right back up. From behind the net. Gabranson lets one fly, scores! Gabranson just let it fly. 3-2 Columbus.
Who's that guy wearing 52? I've never seen that guy before in my life.
For Columbus?
Yeah.
Quick turn of events here in Columbus as
What?
Gabranson's on the board with a ball for the point. Simple
What are you talking about?
Benstrom.
Yeah, who's that 52 guy?
That's Emil Benstrom.
Who?
Emil Benstrom.
Never heard of him.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, bro. Yeah, but like,
It doesn't come up when I search for anything. That's crazy. I'm definitely searching right now.
yeah, that.
When I search 52 Columbus, it just comes up with the road. It's crazy.
Yeah.
There's an error 404.
Just reaching for it, but could not make the
What?
play.
Let's play it again.
Jokes.
Comedy. Motherfucker, like, why aren't you laughing?
Pretty sick goal. It's always good to get goals against Tampa, Reminds me of
Slap
better
shot.
days.
Classic.
That's a dead art form, the slap shot.
The slap, yes, the slap shot is a lost art in the NHL here.
It's such a good play here because it's set up because Fantilli's got the puck, he shoots it, boom, stops it, then Benstrom gets it, passes it up to Gabranson, and Gabranson just blows it by the goal.
See that? It was a missile coming off his stick right there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play one more time. So I want to pause some stuff and show you, and then we'll get on to the next goal here. So, There we go. Branson's got it, and then he passes it up. Let's see here. Okay, so there's Fantilli. And then he's going to shoot it. He's going to over here. Benstrom over here. He's going to come pop over here. The Branson's going to be over here. The Branson's going to shoot it and just blow it by the goalie. Overall, good teamwork by the Blue Jackets to help set up a goal. So, Josh, your thoughts on this goal here?
I think it's the way he just let that thing fly, and that goalie had no chance until it was already by him in the back of the net.
Right.
Do you know what the speed was on that shot?
No, but if I had to take a guess, it's pretty fast, considering that's how the Branson shoots it when he puts everything into it.
I mean, just look at that goalie. He has no idea it's even there until it's already by him.
There you go back to the replay part.
Yeah, what do you want?
Okay. I'm pretty sure that shot went through a Tampa Bay player's legs.
Through his legs, around the goalie. Just ridiculous. Right here, bang.
That's a good play by that 52-looking fellow. Yeah, that definitely went to point. I don't know what that was.
Yeah. No, you're right, though. He went for Smith's legs and then just blow it by the goalie. So overall, good goal by Eric Branson. Next up, we have a goal in the same game that Kirill Marchenko scored. I'm going to show this at least 3 times because overall, it's just an awesome goal. A couple of quick passes to help set up the goal. A snipe by Kirill Marchenko. So here's the goal by Kirill Marchenko.
Bean steps up. Hedman clearing pass fails. Good Branson into the slot. Left wing scores. Tic-tac-toe.
Oh man.
Russian 3.
Listening to that play-by-play reminds me that they're gonna have to get a new guy to place Jeff Rimmer.
Hire Jack Edwards.
Gucci Gross.
Sean McDonough.
Don't curse us with that.
Oh, and you do play-by-play then.
It's that confusion at the top, but on his toes and confidence, good Branson keeps the puck into the line.
Yeah, let me go apply real quick.
A chance to get it over to Marchenko. That line is
Okay, I'll play it again, and then I'm going to pause it because I want to show what I really like.
here. Bean steps up. Hedman clearing pass fails.
So it's going to go right here, then to Voronkov, and he's going to quickly pass it over to Marchenko, and Marchenko's going to be over here, and he's going to shoot it, and then by the time the goalie sees the puck, it's too late. It's already in the net. Overall, good, awesome play. So there's Sillinger. It's going to go to Voronkov, and then quickly to Marchenko, and Marchenko's going to shoot it.
Branson into the slot, left wing scores! Tic-tac-toe! And the Russian 3 with the honorary member, Cole Sillinger. And the Blue Jackets finally see a goal from Marchenko. It's 1-0. Yeah.
Oh, it's muted now.
Yeah, I did that.
That's all right.
So, Josh, your thoughts on this goal here?
I think it was beautiful. The whole play from start to finish, it was just perfectly. That's the way you draw it up if you want to draw a play out of a timeout or something. I mean, everything from the shot to the last pass was just executed perfectly. There's nothing more you can ask for.
The man of truth, your thoughts on this goal?
I think that he had to just mute for a sec. Also, Kevin,
Okay. Oh,
your
and you're
camera is super laggy. You might want to pause the video.
Yeah, it's laggy.
Kevin.
Beautiful goal, beautiful execution. Marchenko's in his office. It's
Oh, wait. Our stream might have gone down on YouTube.
No, did it?
Yeah, for policy violation. I don't know what that means.
Oh,
I just got a message. So, yeah, take the video off if you would, please.
All right.
We'll see what's going
No,
on
we're-
here. Anyway, sick goal. That behind the back pass from Zach Werenski was something else, man. That dude's on another level. They need to do whatever they can to keep that guy for real. Stream suspended for policy violation. What was it?
What happened?
Why? Because we're playing clips. I don't know.
No, I won't. Yeah,
for me.
apologies.
That's well. I thought like if we were reacting to something, it was cool. I thought if we were like judging it and reacting on their content, whatever. It's not intentional. It's fucking sue me, I guess,
no, we
or
love
do.
ours.
I don't know.
Well, I've done this on Twitter and got no issues, so I'll just come off of Twitter.
Yeah, no. Twitter stream's still going. Sorry, y'all, for being awkward for a sec. I mean, it's whatever. We gotta end anyway. So.
But yeah, so overall, no, just those are the goals, and it's good. It's good.
I don't even care. All right. Yeah. You got anything else? Any other like we go? I guess that's done it for the clips. So we can go on. If anyone's got anything more to say, or if anyone's got anything they'd like to discuss real quick in the next few minutes, go ahead. Josh, we'll start with you, man. Anything you want to shout out? You want anything you want anyone to follow or whatnot?
No, I just want to see what happens with that radio station. I hope they get some blowback for what they said, and yeah, just keep an eye on that. That's it.
Absolutely.
All right, Bees, you got anything want to say yet?
I mean, if we're ending it, shout out to the FHL. You still can join. You can join. Get yourself a team and get in on the action. And a shout out to Nick Castellanos for being the worst, for having the worst timing in Major League Baseball history.
What happened?
Well, anytime something bad happens, Nick Castellanos does something good. It's kind of weird.
Willie Mays died yesterday, and Nick Castellanos hit a walk-off double.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I loved him when he was a Cub, dude. When he was a Cub, he was awesome.
Yeah, and then there's the time, Tom
We're
Brown.
back on, boys. Let's go. We stopped violating YouTube policies. Here's one for you, YouTube. Policy this.
Well,
everybody flip off
sorry.
the cameras.
Keep her going.
Kidding.
And then there's the time when he was when Nick Castellanos was with the Reds, and he hit the home run after Tom Brady said those very not nice things about gay people.
I pride myself as a man of faith. And there's a deep drive by Castellanos. And that'll be a home run. That'll make a 4-0 ball game.
I'm gonna say.
But yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but so there's that.
I don't know if I'll be putting on this headset again.
And do you have anything else to say?
Lamau Capitals trading for PLD with no salary retention.
No salary retention. It's like
No salary retention. 1-for-1 for Darcy Kemper.
Shout out to the LA Kings for trading it to your Luke.
The Caps just trying to tank for the next
Bro, Capitals not crap friendly. Aren't even using it. That's so funny. To give you an idea, right? Let me find the tweet.
That's a good
Pierre-Luc
one.
Dubois and Tom Wilson are taking $15 million in cap room for the Capitals over the next 7 years.
Wow.
How much percentage is that?
Too
Better go
much.
check.
It's a
cap.
big chunk.
Better go
Yeah.
check out.
You know, if I'm the Capitals, I'm hoping I'm getting the Blue Jackets version of Pierre-Luc Dubois, not anything else.
Which
Otherwise,
Blue Jackets?
And not the playoff
Pierre-Luc
bubble
Dubois.
Dubois.
The first
Not that
few years.
yeah, you want the Dubois that helped the Blue Jackets, for 3 good seasons to get them to the playoffs, help knock out the Lightning, including the hat trick in the playoffs against Toronto. That's the Blue Jackets Dubois you want. Otherwise, Dubois, you're kind of screwed there.
Yeah.
Funniest thing of the day.
Anyway.
What about your
Yeah.
Twitter page? Anything else, Owen?
Yeah, follow Bjork Swag, join the FHL. You know what to do. That's what we do.
That's right.
Hell yeah, brother.
Okay. So I'll share my stuff, and then we can, Hefty Duck can share his, and then we can get out of here. First things first. You should totally like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That really helps out the show. It's greatly appreciated if you like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That helps us grow, and that just really helps. So like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, as it says so on the screen. So there's that. I saw this on Instagram, and I thought this was interesting. Is someone photoshopped Ellie Dela Cruz in a Blue Jackets jersey? So I'm going to show it right here.
Sign him. Sign him to a 1-day contract.
Get him in right now.
So there's Ellie Dela Cruz photoshopped into a Blue Jackets jersey, which I think is awesome. But anyways, that's besides the point. So there's that. Just like we always do, Oreo cow.
Oh, hail the awesome and wonderful Oreo cow.
That's right. This is an inside joke on Owen's Discord and on FHL. If you were on Owen's Discord and on the FHL, you would understand this inside joke. Oreo cow. So there's that. And then of course, the Blue Jackets are getting an outdoor game. The Blue Jackets are getting an outdoor game. I'm excited. I'm hyped. This is going to be great. I'm going to be there. You should be there too. It's awesome. The Blue Jackets are getting an outdoor game. So anyway, Blue Jackets posted a video to get everyone excited about the Blue Jackets getting an outdoor game. And I'm going to play it twice because it's awesome. And of course, like I always do, it's
Cooper.
That's right. It's a picture of my brother's dog, Cooper. Good dog. Let's see here. Ooh, got a comment. Yes, dog. Dog from the Dirt Man. Yes. So, dog from the Dirt Man, and just for the Dirt Man. There you go. There's Cooper.
Dirt Man Dan.
There's Cooper right there.
Dirty Dan.
And
No, I'm Dirty Dan.
so there's that. You should totally check out Union Blue Soldiers, a fun Blue Jackets theme group that I run. We do a lot of fun stuff, like marching on the nationwide arena to cheer on the Blue Jackets, and we're going to have another one this upcoming October. It's going to be great, and you should join it. And here's a video that I'm only playing once from, one of our marches. So, yep, check out Uni Blue Soldiers. Follow us on social media and check out Uni Blue Soldiers. It's a fun Blue Jackets theme group that I help run. Check it out. All right, I'm done talking. I'm out.
Yeah, welcome. Well, thank you all for being here again. Thanks all for who stuck through the great YouTube outage, Blue Jackets YouTube outage of 2024. Thank you. We appreciate you for sticking around. Yeah, we'll be here again in a week. But till then, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Check us out on Twitter. That's where we're the most active. If you do give us a like on Facebook, we'd love you forever because we're supposed to have 100 followers before we can stream again there. Like we were streaming there fine. We're just the most active on Twitter, but that's where we're the most active. So anyway, my point being, thanks. Appreciate it. We'll see you here in a week.
Yeet.